Hey there, this is the Gaming Jackalope here for another video. This is more a review than anything. I didn't really record my voice playing, but in the background you can see my actual clips. I just played, fully finished, the game Replaced. It came out on April 14th, so 3 or 4 days ago, and I absolutely loved it. It's a 2D, like, fighter game, kind of like how Batman, kind of is, but it's just 2D, so you're not going everywhere. But I thought the game was phenomenal, and that's literally further from the truth. This game is phenomenal, and I know it's only the beginning of the year, but I would nominate this. Has to be one of the best games of the year. I thought the puzzles were like hard, but eventually you'd figure them out. I didn't need to look up many of them. I looked up maybe one, and that was just because I was stuck when I came back to the game a few hours later. But the story is phenomenal. I'll kind of give a little brief introduction. I'm not going to try to spoil anything, but you're playing as a robot in the body of a human, and you're kind of controlling him, going through the motions of becoming more human. And that feels like a very quirky, like, normal AI learning game, but it's not. It is not the same. I just got through the story like literally like 10 minutes ago, and seriously, it was like phenomenal. You should try it. You should look it up. You should, if you don't have Xbox, then at least watch somebody else play it. The story is so amazing for an AI game. It's very emotional. I got attached to many of the characters. I'm almost 100% completing the game so far. That's what I'm working for now, but I gotta get a few more things. There is one area that I loved a little bit more. It pissed me off for sure, but the arcade area with Susan. She's this little like girl. She plays in this little arcade area, and every time you come back, there's a new game. And it's usually like a mixture of a game that's in the real world. Like Frogger was one, Space Invaders, and the first one was more like Pac-Man a little bit. They're all kind of more lore based for the story, but like one of them is called Donor Rush or something like that. And I thought it was phenomenal. I think the game is amazing, great. Like, just looking from the clips right on screen, this is insane for a 2D game. Now, this may seem like I am meat writing the crap out of the game, but I can't talk about it enough. And I love the story. I love the characters. They were all very, like, there's no voice acting or anything, but it was purely amazing. The soundtracks, like, you find them around the game. They're like collectibles, and they are amazing. They kind of didn't grow on me at first because they just took a little bit longer to like start up the song, but eventually as stuff went on, the songs got better and better. Very cinematic game, um, with that sort of thing. I love the cyberpunk-esque vibe to it. So that it kind of felt like Stray, the cat game, like that kind of vibe, but with pixels, and it is so great in that style. The combat is really simple but really rough because of the stuff that's going on. And same thing with the parkour. You're not really told what to do, but you'll figure it out eventually. And there's like a few things in the beginning, but eventually you'll figure out like, oh, this is new, this is different, they're trying this out. You'll find that out on your own, but they'll give you the hint of like what button to push. Now onto the things that I didn't like about the game, which is very few things. My first thing is, like I just said, you have all these parkour areas where you're not really given the instructions and you have to figure out what to do. There's a drawback to that. Like, there's one spot I think I really needed to look up. It was right as I came back. You have to like hold down, that way you can start climbing down on this like ladder. I didn't know that, so I jumped off like 30 times, assuming I had to go and try to catch on to this thing. And I'm just dying and dying and dying. Looked up like a little like review thing, and it just said walk down. And so I felt like an idiot. So maybe that was just me. There's a few other areas like that with the steam coming out, like the steam. Maybe that's just me being a little impatient. So that's another thing. You gotta be really patient with a lot of this stuff. There's one scene where you're on top of buildings, like a little you're on top of a crane and you're getting chased down by one of the drones, and it is rough. You die. I died so many times to this game, or like this, not game, the this part, just because it is picture perfect. That is one thing that's kind of cool about the game, where you get to like, about Replace in general, is like you get to like learn everything that's coming out right as it's happening, and you have to learn from your mistakes. But that's really annoying when you're getting in a chase, because kind of like how Poppy playtime was with the whole, and Markiplier said it too, you have a chase sequence, and you're supposed to try mastering all these abilities using things that are new or stupidly placed or awkwardly timed or whatever it is, and you die 30 times. You're not getting the, oh my god, I'm getting chased effect. You're getting the this is pissing me off, and I just don't know what's going on. Because I get it, it's supposed to be challenging, but it's not supposed to be challenging enough that it kills you 72 times. But either way, I was getting pissed off about it, and I still love the game. I just really like the art style more than anything else. I love the character development for a game that was just text. There was not a lot of stuff. I was making the voices for all of the people talking. I loved it. I also liked our main character's growth. For a character, again, spoiler alert, for a character that's AI to be showing more emotions, and it's not even like just through text or speech, it's just through like actions. It is so cool. I don't want to like keep going to certain bits. I loved the story. There was no telling when certain things were going to happen. There was no telling when a change or a plot twist was going to happen. It was so good. And again, the writing for certain characters is amazing. You find a lot of notes, and they're very long notes, but that's if you're invested into the story. If you're not invested into the story, don't read them. But at the same time, it's good for world development for a game that's not audio based anyway, besides like the music. It's pretty good. I love the little Walkman. I love being able to see the things in the background, like when people were walking. Very well done. Again, the combat was insane. Overall, lovely game. Like this will go down as my game of the year. A lot of people will not say that because, oh, this stuff's gonna happen soon, or something in the fall is gonna happen. But as of right now, this is my game of the year. I don't care. This is insane. And the sad bit is, going online, this is like 3 days in. I know like a lot of other games where you'll go 3 days in, you'll see hundreds of posts. You'll see videos of streamers and all these other people saying stuff. That's reviews and whatever. No one's saying anything about Replace. It's very like it's growing, but it's not there yet. So more posts there probably more will be seen. But I saw this just on a TikTok thing. I was like, oh, this looks cool, and started playing. That's the only reason I even got into the game. But as I was saying about the game of the year, this is like probably my top, with the art style, with the music direction, with the story, that, to be honest with you, almost made me like getting off the game was hard, just because I couldn't believe it was ending. It was so cinematic for a game that has no audio, speech, characters that are just pixels, and like that's really it. It is that good. Now, like on the screen right now, here's one of the games, the Donor Rush that I was just speaking about. Kind of Pac-Man-y. I don't really think it's like any other game that I've played before, but I love how they made the games kind of like into the style of their own, and they made it very challenging. And basically the whole goal is you're trying to get to a certain level, and you get more liked out of Susan, and which is my favorite character, by the way, throughout, besides the main Reach. Susan, my favorite. She's the GOAT. But I loved this. This was such a cool idea, and it's already pixelated, so it didn't like change anything. They just kept the style the exact same. I thought it'd been funny if they made it like really realistic for arcade games, like the opposite. But I loved it. I thought it was very challenging. Like, I sat here for hours and played and grinded that. I loved the progression out of the characters. I loved this game. That's what I'm trying to say. I just finished it. I thought, man, I gotta say something about this. I gotta put it onto a video. This will be my game of the year when I post this. I hope a lot of you guys pick this up and check it out as well. I got so many achievements and stuff like that along the way, which it was really nice that it came as you were doing it. There's so many side quests in the main area, and that's so fun to figure stuff out like that and talk and see things, that I got so emotionally connected to, like, on the screen you're seeing Yo-Yo and Tempest. I got so emotionally attached to them. It's sad to let them go. I hope in the near future that there is a Replace 2. I really hope, or some other kind of game like it, because there's so many games out there that are like really well done and the story is like this, and they just get dropped for something like worse. This is amazing. It's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox, you can get on cloud gaming. That's what I played on. I don't even own the game. It's just on cloud gaming. That's how crazy this was. And it's on PC. So yeah, the rest of this video will be mostly the audio, or not the audio, but the gameplay, and if you want to check it out, go for it. But I just wanted to let everyone know, be alert of this game, because of how, not life-changing, but game realm changing this was for me. Like, I don't get that a lot. Like, Titanfall 2, the style, the creation, the idea, the story, the gameplay was all there. And that's why I love Titanfall 2 so much. I love Stray for the story, for the art style, for the creativity of, again, the world building. It was all there. Especially because these games are like cyberpunk-like. That's my thing. So, it helped out a little bit. And that's a little bit more of a bias. But, and then this game is all pixelated like an arcade game, and it still hit like a top-rated game out there, like something made by a big studio. And yeah, I can't say enough. The art style, just it's all there. So it hit every mark, it hit every spot. It was amazing. So Sad Cat devs, you guys like changed my whole perspective on this kind of style of art. This is amazing. If I see another game like this, I would totally play it as well. Please keep going and doing art games in this style, especially. Not only that, but your written story was phenomenal. That was out of this world. I loved it. It wasn't quirky. It wasn't the AI crap. It's kind of going into what this was, and kind of going into the future. So this was like this honestly could happen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved the gameplay, the music, everything you guys did for this game. S tier, and thank you for developing it. That was the game of Jackalope. I'll see you guys later.